As we approach tonight's hearing on the January 6th insurrection, let's take a closer look at what to expect. Joining us with more is Kimberly Whale. She's ABC News legal contributor and law professor at the University of Baltimore, and ABC News contributor and former acting undersecretary for intelligence at the Department of Homeland Security, John Cohen. Thanks both for being here. So, Kim, I'd like to start with you. Committee's going to try to stick to the facts, they say, avoid the rhetoric and the political division. Who can they persuade in this country specifically, do you think?
Well, from my understanding from committee staffers, they expect about 5 to 15% of Americans that could be watching have not made up their minds. I think it's more likely, Terry, that people just have not focused on it. They see it as something in the past. It's not going to happen again, and we can move on with life and worry about other serious things. I think they want to grab people by the lapel and say, listen, this is still a threat. And it could happen again. And if you agree with us, something needs to be done about it. I think that's third piece is the critical task at hand.
And John, you have ample Homeland Security intelligence experience, and you've got Benny Thompson, who's chairman of this investigative committee. He also serves as chairman of the Homeland Security Committee. So considering his background, his experience, what he knows, do you expect more from him tonight?
Yeah, I expect that we are going to learn a lot about what happened in the Capitol that day, the violence, the destructive activity. We're going to learn more about what happened in the White House, both that day and in the weeks leading up. We'll learn to the event. We'll learn more about the planning that took place within extremist organizations like the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, and whether there were any communications between those groups and supporters of the president or others, and perhaps even White House staff. But I want to echo something that Kim just said. I mean, what we're also going to hear from Chairman Thompson is a warning to the American people. The threat that manifested itself that day with that violence and destructive activity, that threat's not over. The conspiracy theories, the false narratives regarding the stolen election, those narratives still are being promoted on extremist forums. They're still being promoted by, in some cases, public figures in the media and in public office. And what law enforcement is really concerned about is a continuation of the violent activity in response to that narrative.
And Kim, I'd like to ask you about something Adam Kinzinger. He's one of the members of the committee. He's a Republican from Illinois. He's basically ended his political career by taking this stand that he has. He's placed so much of the blame for the incitement of the violence that day on former President Trump and his allies. And I want to ask about the difficulty, it seems, in nailing down how the incitement happened. How much of this was a plot? How much of it was an eruption? Do you expect we can get answers on that?
After 1,000 witnesses reportedly and over 100,000 documents that were reviewed, Jamie Raskin has said now for weeks that the new information will blow the roof off the House. I'm paraphrasing, but I do think what some people see this as people a little bit out of control on the day. We will see more about the planning, about this concept of conspiracy, which is a legal concept. Conspiracies are a crime. It means a meeting of the minds to subvert the electoral process. And we know the Proud Keepers and the Proud Boys, and the Oath Keepers have both groups of them have both been indicted for seditious conspiracy. So we know the Justice Department believes there was a criminal conspiracy. And the question is, will there be more actors? And will there be actors within government that we will hear about? That's really important to watch for.
Interesting. Conspiracy versus just an angry crowd.
Right.
Kim, John, thank you both very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.